Okay, what's up, folks? We're back for chill time, and I'm here with my co-host Jonathan. Say something, Jonathan.
Hey, how y'all doing today? Happy Valentine's Day.
And yeah, it is Valentine's Day. Of course, I don't have a Valentine. Like I mentioned before, I am a COVID-induced incel. As long as this pandemic is around, I'm not meeting nobody. So, what can I say?
Well, I think the thing you do is when you do meet somebody, you just take her to get tested, right? If both of you get tested together, then hey, you got a foundation to start on, right?
I mean, that could be a foundation. It's just, ah,
Your first, hey, here you go. Your first date is get tested. Second date is a vaccination. Then hey, the third one you can.
those vaccinations ain't being handed out too readily, though. I want to get it over with. I mentioned that before, but I just want to hurry up, get my 2 shots, and then I can sort of go on with life. I know I'm still going to have to wear a mask, but at least let me get this out of the way.
Well, now you got to wear two masks. I've been seeing people now that I guess the advice is now to wear two masks. I see people wearing two masks now.
It's funny because I was in a 99-cent store a couple of weeks ago, and I was passing by a lady wearing two masks. And, as I passed by, she's like, "Oh, so you're not going to speak, huh?" Well, she's wearing two masks. I couldn't tell who she was. I mean, I really did not know who she was. So, I mean, what can I say? She was double protected. I mean, she's over 60 and, well, either upper 60. So I guess she felt she really needed to be protected. So, I mean, I don't begrudge her that. It's just, I
Well,
didn't know who she was.
yeah, well, that's what Dr. Fauci put out. That if you do want to be protected, wear that double mask. So,
Well, I'm wearing one. I generally do wear a mask. I wear a mask everywhere I go. And I'm really tired of it, but it's what we got to do for now.
but the worst thing is when you get ready to go in somewhere, you leave the car, and then you realize you don't have the mask, and then you got to go back and get it.
Oh, trust me, I've been through that. I was at Popeye's Chicken one day, getting ready to order my chicken sandwich, and got up to the counter, and they said, "Where's your mask?" And she kind of stepped back from the counter. I knew that meant go back to your car. So I did. Yeah, so like I say, these things do happen.
Hey, I noticed you've been enjoying all this cheap gas, huh?
I don't have to deal with the gas. I'm a EV owner. I have a Chevy Bolt, so that's something I don't have to deal with. Plus, I use LA has a lot of little places for me to charge up throughout the city, so I have not paid but 50 cents since I've had the car, and I got it back in September.
Well, one thing that Trump said is true, though. He did say he promised us cheap gas, and now that he's gone, it's up. So,
Was it cheap because of the pandemic and nobody was driving?
oh, we know why it's cheap. Because I mean,
Oh,
look at it. Remember, he dropped a lot of the regulations, so the oil companies they rewarded us, But
oh,
now that Biden's talking about what, and him and Gavin Newsom, they said by 2035 they're gonna have what all electric cars or try to get there. So the oil company
okay.
said, "Hey, we're gonna get our money while we can."
I am a proponent of that. I consider myself an EV, electric vehicle enthusiast, but I do not believe they're going to go all EV in 2035, maybe
Oh,
2045, 2055. I don't think it's going to happen.
but the reason why is because I mean it's like a national security risk. Because imagine if somebody blew up a power plant, how are you going to charge all the electric cars? I mean, at
Well,
least with gas cars, hey, you just get gas and you can, I'm just saying, I think electric cars might knock out quite a few. Maybe it might be half and half, but I don't think it ever will be, totally electric.
Well, I think it's going to end up being half and half by 2035. But keep in mind, if electricity goes out, if you run out of gas and you go to a gas station, which works off electricity, you ain't getting gas.
But hey, at least if I got a gas can, or I have,
Or you're gonna break into the tank and get your gas.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
just
really.
saying, no. A lot of people have gas already on hand, like in a gas can or extra
Okay.
gas. I'm just saying, I think it's
I don't know too many people except for lawnmower people that may have a can
you
of
have some in
gas.
your garage. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I'm just.
But like I say, if the power goes out, you can't get gas from a gas station. I mean, that's just a fact. So
No, what you could do is you can't put up a generator to it, and you're able to get gas.
Okay, again, how many? I mean, really, do you think most gas stations have generators set up like that?
No, but I'm probably sure sooner or later there'll be some stipulation for just to be prepared.
Okay.
Hey, I bet you what, I tell you, if you go back east in some of these
Mhm.
other places especially where you're from, where there's always hurricanes and things, I'm
Yep.
sure you see, hey, you could answer that question. You're from Louisiana. You always see this natural disasters. They're still pumping gas.
A lot of times, no.
But if they have a generator, I'm sure they're able to hook it up and get the facilities going. So
Those generators are not as powerful as you think. They'll keep certain things going. But see, I don't know the mechanics of electricity, but I know they don't usually power up the whole facility.
oh
They
no, but they
power
have
up things.
but they have some giant ones though. I mean, very large ones.
Yeah, I mean, there are some that are capable of doing it. I just don't think most places are not going to have those. Most places that get generators are going to get generators that can power up basically, some items for the day. Just like a friend of mine, it's a long story, but around the time of 9/11, they didn't have electricity because of some stuff that had happened. And like I said, the thing powered up probably about half the house. And that's how they got their electricity for probably for a couple of weeks. But that wasn't a major generator, but I mean generators are nice to have, but there's only so much they can usually do.
oh yeah, but I mean, also that I guess if you could get one of those Tesla batteries, that's what they're talking about too, of backing up houses.
Okay, then you're dealing with solar power. And if I ever become a homeowner, I would like to have a solar powered situation. I don't know if that's ever going to happen. Well, I don't want to think negative because I do want to be able to be a homeowner. And if I'm a homeowner, I do want to be able to have solar power. Now, whether it's Tesla, Powerwall, I don't know. But that would be a nice way that I would be able to charge at home and, don't have to worry about taking anything from, utility company.
But that's the only other just issue with your car is it just takes so long to charge it, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, just say if I'm charging at night.
No, but if I'm driving from LA to Vegas, I mean, and say I got to stop somewhere, I can't just not like, I can't pull up to like a gas station and just fill up in like 15 minutes or, you can't pull up to a charging station and be ready to go in 15 minutes, can you?
No, well, if you got a Tesla, certain Teslas do have that capability.
No, we're talking about your car though.
Oh, mine, I'll admit it can't quite do that. But in 15 minutes, I could possibly gain, if I'm at the right station, I could get 50 miles or so.
Okay, just enough. See what I'm saying? So, and then what's the range on your car?
260.
Oh, well, see what I
Well,
mean?
should be 260, you know.
Yeah, and see, that's what you mean. And what happens when you, so even while you're sitting in traffic, does that burn any electricity or no?
When you're sitting in traffic, really no more than, like to say, your car, you know, when you stop at a red light, is, you know, your radio and your lights are running off that 12-volt battery. Well,
Right.
it's a 12-volt battery that's doing most of the work at that point. The propulsion is done by the big battery that's under the seats.
Oh, okay. So there's a separate battery to run the utilities, like you said, the interior lights, the
Yeah.
radio,
Yeah, use a
everything
regular
else.
12-volt like any other car.
Oh, okay. So you
I
have to.
mean, most people don't realize that, but it does.
And how long does the batteries last in your car?
What you talking about, the propulsion batteries?
Yeah, I know you have to replace those sooner or later, right?
Uh, the warranty is basically what? Trying to think what that is. 10,000 miles, 8 years, and then California gives you an additional warranty, which might be 10 years, 120,000 miles, or 150. It's something I know California expands on it.
Well,
So
okay.
that one I'm not worried about. The only car I know that consistently had problems was a Nissan Leaf because their batteries, how can I explain it? Their battery is air cooled. When you drive down the freeway, it's assuming that the air is going to cool the battery down in the summer.
Right.
But if you have, like my car or Tesla's, we have like a radiator type thing that cools or can warm up the batteries.
Well, okay.
So that's a different situation. But like I say, I don't have to worry about spark plugs, fan belts, no carburetors. You know, those things I don't have to worry about.
What about an oil change? You have to get at least a lube.
No oil changes, no transmission fluids. Brakes, I don't have to do as much because I have a regenerative system that I don't use the brakes as much as you would in a regular car.
Oh, so the energy goes from some kind of way when you brake, the energy goes back, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What
So
do they call that? That's
regeneration. It's regenerative.
okay.
One pedal driving.
Yeah, because I know they do that with those freight trains. It's the same way. I'm trying to think. What do they call that? Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, like I say, that I don't have to worry about. Now, I understand tires. I may have a problem with tires more than a regular car.
Why is that?
I guess it's because of the extra torque. Because, for example, you put an EV and a regular car together, and the car starts up at when the light turns green.
Right.
The EV has basically has a quicker pickup.
Okay.
Now the other car will catch up, but I guess that's harder on the tires.
Oh, okay.
It's just like you see a Tesla racing against a Porsche or something like that. Usually, the Tesla is going to take the lead in the beginning, where the Porsche might catch up after a while. It's that type of thing. So that's how that works.
So how fast is your 0 to 60 speed?
Well, it's not 2.9 like a Tesla. It's just, I'm not. I know I've seen it, but I mean, like when I hop on the freeway, I don't have a problem.
What's the fastest that have you taken it to?
I guess 65 on the Harbor Freeway when you can. I mean, it's
So
not
you
that
never
often you can do that. Huh?
You never gone like 80 or anything like that in it?
No, I'm not a speed demon.
Oh, you don't have to be a
I'm
speed.
incriminating myself.
Oh, okay. No, on Interstate 5 or some of these others, where it opens up.
Yeah. See, I just mentioned this earlier today. I have not been on any real road trips or anything. I guess, COVID has kind of screwed everything up.
Well, I mean, you got to realize COVID's coming to an end, though, bro.
Well,
You got to make
and,
plans for the end.
and life will change once COVID ends. But for now, I got to stay more closer to home.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
All right. Well, just don't stay too close. You'll become part of the home.
Well, I guess that remains to be seen. Oh, okay. What is your opinions about doing the switch reels thing? The impeachment.
Well, I just a little disappointed in Mitch McConnell. I mean, what a hypocrite. One minute you vote not to impeach Trump, and then afterwards you excoriate the man, saying how horrible it is and how wrong he is and all these things. And then he cries for mercy, saying that we don't understand what pressure he's under. But I mean, people voted him in to do right. I mean, nowhere does the Constitution say Republican or Democrat. It says you're supposed to do your job. So I mean, that's what just really disappointed me. That
there's too many of them that are scared of offending their base.
And I'm wondering what does Trump even? I mean, Trump's a has-been. I mean, his businesses are failing. I don't understand what they're so afraid of.
Well, we'll see in the next, I guess, 3 or 4 years. Because I still can't see how he got 75 million people to vote for him. I still don't see how he got a bunch of zombies to have a zombie apocalypse around the Capitol. That one I still can't understand, but okay.
Well, a lot of people believe their leader, So I mean, it's
I saw a zombie apocalypse.
Well, it's like the golden rule, right? He who has the goal makes the rules, and you saw a lot of those people. They thought they really could go there and do that. I mean, he powered them, and you see all of them. They're like, "Wow, I couldn't believe it," and that's why a lot of them couldn't believe they're fired from their jobs, and and everything. They thought really they had a right, because I mean, he told them, right? He kept saying, "Hey, we're gonna storm the Capitol and all this stuff," and
what got me is the ones that actually expected to get a pardon.
Oh,
how do you expect a pardon? So I don't know. I knew he was going to get off. I knew he was going to get off. I just didn't, there's always that hope that he's going to pay a penalty.
Don't worry, he'll pay the price. I mean, it's 4 years before the next election. A lot can happen then,
I just hate to think that people would actually vote him in again. And, things like that could happen.
Well, like I said, you got to remember, he got to make it. Look at Apostle Price. They thought he was going to make it, right?
Yeah, well.
And where did he go? He's with his maker, right? So I mean, Trump isn't guaranteed. Remember, he's still no spring chicken. So I mean, you're up to, that's the way life is. You're up today and you're down tomorrow.
Yeah, which is true. I can't see how he won in 2016 as it is. But okay, he didn't win. Not in the popular vote, but in the electoral college.
Right.
And even now, with all the mistakes he made, all the things he did, he still has 75 million voters. I find it kind of hard to believe. You got a country with 300 million people, and still the vote comes down damn near 50-50. I don't get that. Almost every year, the vote is close to 50-50.
Well, it goes to show people vote, as I said, down party lines. I mean, some people just vote. For it always to be 50-50, that's why you got to catch them when they join their party, when they fill out those balloting forms. Because it goes to show you a lot of people, You know, you listen to a lot of those people. They were gonna. I mean, if you had Satan on there, they would have voted for Satan. You know, just because he was part of the party. They say, hey, I don't like the devil, but hey, he's on the ticket, so I got to vote. I've always voted Democrat. I always voted Republican, so I'm voting Satan. You know.
Yeah, I guess. You mentioned something about Valentines earlier, and we often hear stories about the successful lonely Black woman. Now, in your opinion, I mean, what do you think is the reason for that? Like I said, it is
Uh,
Valentine's Day.
well, I think it's a myth in our culture that Black women are strong. You know, no other culture do you ever hear of, you know, them talking about, hey, she can do it herself. She could do whatever. I mean, look at Caucasian women. You know, they try to get married before they even leave the college campus. You know, Latinos, by the time they're 16, they having a quinceañera. They're already, you know what I mean? Thinking that they're grown or whatever. Whereas
Okay.
whereas you go to our people and you just taught, oh yeah, she can make it on her own or this and that. And you know, it just you know, I don't think we push his marriage as strongly as we should in our community, you know. And
Now,
unfortunately, we're last in marriage, you know.
so I keep hearing when women say that they're not married, they're blaming it on guys, on the selection. And I have my doubts about that. They can say, a lot of Black men in jail, but that's only so many.
But don't forget, there's a lot of Black women in jail too. So
See, that's what I'm saying. There's only so many.
So it about balances out because you know, Twin Towers here in Los Angeles is, you know, they have more Black women locked up than anywhere in the world. So
I didn't know about that, but okay. But then, they talk about gay Black men, but there's gay Black women.
there you go.
So, I mean,
and supposedly it's only 10% are gay, right?
Well, supposedly 10%.
Yeah, 10% of the population is supposedly
the population.
Gay. That's according to the LBGQ plus ZY, whatever letter they want to add to it.
Yeah, and then
there's a new letter to it.
And usually it tends to be more more gay men than gay women generally.
I think you're wrong there. I think the only difference is the men are more out than the women.
And that's probably
true. Because like I just said, you even look in the Black church. Black men, they're gay. You know, I'm just saying they're broke with, they're feminine or whatever. But hey, there's the women. I know there's lesbians in there, but they carry themselves totally. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Women aren't as outward as men are. You know.
Okay. Yeah. Which is okay. I'll give you that. I will give you that. But I don't know. To me, the numbers when I hear women complaining about men, I don't know. It's just to me, everybody has responsibility for relationships. Men are responsible for and women are equally responsible. And when I hear women constantly put the blame on men, that's why I have my doubts.
Well, other thing is, some of these women you can get a guy, a plumber or whatever, he's making a great living, but because he's not carrying a briefcase, some women, especially like I just said, Black professional women, they'll reject him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's little things like that. So that's why I don't believe when women claim that there's a shortage. According to the census, the shortage is not that drastic.
Well, according to the census, if you look at it at the beginning of life, it's 50-50. You know what I mean? It's 50% male, 50% female. So, I think a lot of it, like I just said, is due to choice and preference. And a lot of women, like I just said, and it's a shame, like I just said, when you see so many educated Black women. Look at even Stacey. Look at Stacey Abrams. She's single, right? You look at Kamala Harris. She just finally got her somebody, right?
she okay. Kamala Harris did not have to be single. She chose that for a while.
No, but she hasn't been. She only got married what about 5 or 6 years
Yeah,
ago.
relatively recently. But that's what I'm
And I
saying.
mean,
She
she's close
chose
to
that.
50, so I'm not saying she's no. This isn't
She
nothing.
chose
She
that.
right.
Hmm.
And then look who she chose. That's what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, because and that's just I don't think I think that's the thing though. A lot of times there's a lot of good candidates around for male and females, but people overshoot and
Oh
want
yeah.
something.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
And unfortunately, it's our people that suffer. Because I mean, think of the meetings you go to and the associations you belong to, and look at all the educated women that haven't been married at all. You know what I mean? Not married and no kids, but yet, hey, they got all these degrees. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I've learned that a lot of it is their fault. They can't always blame it on men.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
and I just hate it's our people because we're always, and people don't realize the quickest way to get rich is through marriage. More married couples have more wealth than anyone else.
Yeah. Collectively, yeah. Yeah. Assuming both of them are working and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and they live
Definitely right.
even if they don't. I mean, imagine the money you save on childcare if your wife stays at home. It costs like $600 or $700 a month a kid for
Yeah.
childcare. So
Which
I
is
mean, if
true.
you
But
got 2 or 3
there's
kids,
some there's some women groups that'll want to slap you for saying that.
saying what?
I'm talking about the women. If a woman stay at home, they're going to save money on childcare.
Oh, well,
So
no, hey, look, let's look at the Asians. Isn't that why the Asians get ahead?
yeah, I
Grandmas
mean
at home.
you're all right, but I'm just telling you.
Yeah, it's okay to get slapped in the hand. Sometimes we need to hear the truth.
Yeah,
What do
yeah,
they say? What do they say, Eddie Lee? The truth shall set you free.
quite.
And that's the other thing. Why do we always tiptoe things in our that's the other thing I get sick of is our people. We always tiptoeing around something.
Yep, yep, very much so.
Half our problems, like you said, are our problems.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you can't tell people like Omar Johnson or Boyce Watkins that, but yeah, you're right.
Oh, a number of them. I mean, what did they say? Hey, if the police shoot somebody, we all are lined up, ready to what? Put them in jail or whatever.
Yeah,
When we shoot our own, there's nobody around. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Let's
yep.
face it. We can. The only one that's going to diffuse like Chicago is our people.
That goes without saying, and it's
But yet
always been like that.
we don't. I mean, I don't know if you've seen. I was watching a special on ABC News and they showed what was it, like 10 bolts on one door. I mean, who needs to
Mhm.
live like that's not life. 10 deadbolts on one door,
Yeah, yeah,
and you're afraid of your own people. I mean, and I hate to say it, a lot of times it's good that when Latinos move in because sometimes they calm down our areas. But now they bring that family life. They
yeah.
selling bullets could be shooting. They'll still run around selling that ice cream and
Okay,
cotton
okay,
candy, and they're all walking. I'm just saying.
yeah.
So it's like you said, we got to take responsibility for us. And like I just said, this single issue. I mean, because remember, there's strength in numbers. I don't care what you say. You need people to do things.
Without a doubt.
And that's why the Latinos are taking over, bro. They got numbers. They're exponential.
Yeah,
One has four. Those four have four. Those four have four. And by what? By the third generation, you got 100 people from one family.
yeah. Well, it's time to kind of shut this down, and I got to start doing my editing and all. And it's nice to know that, like I say, we're still on air.
Hey, that's right. Hit the like button.
Yeah,
And
and
if you don't,
definitely,
if you
guys,
don't like us, hit the like button again.
yeah, definitely hit the like button, and it wouldn't hurt if you subscribe. But at the very least, hit the like button. And if we said something you didn't like, okay, go ahead and hit the unlike button. But I would prefer you hit the like button. So do something. And I guess you can say we're pretty much over and out.
All right. Good night now.
All right.